Hi, and welcome to Eating Plebian. Thanks for joining back with me. Tonight we are making ribeye steak rice bowls. We've got some mise en place that has already been chopped up and ready to go. I've got the grill out back, and with the help of one of my assistants, meaning unpaid kids, we'll be grilling that up while we get the rest of the dish sorted out. Amongst those items are, of course, the ribeye that I mentioned. I've got avocado. I've got some cherry tomatoes that I've sliced up. I've got some um, zucchini over there, mushrooms, basil, garlic, salt, pepper, of course, for those things that we need. I'm also going to be putting them on a bed of a wild rice mix. I've got a cup of that, a cup and a half of water, and half a teaspoon of salt ready to go in. And we're going to get started on this. All right. Well, as I said a couple of seconds ago, I'm going to get started on the rice. So I'm simply going to add that cup and a half of water according to the directions on the rice package, a cup of rice. I'm going to start it to try to get it to a boil. We'll add here our half teaspoon of salt. Give this a mix up and get it rolling. Also, I'm going to put a little heat to my skillet at medium heat, and I'm going to pre-prepare some of these vegetables. Okay, now the steak has been taken outside, and it's getting its little fleeing kisses going on. This is warmed up. I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to throw that in. Get this moving. The fizzing that you see, that is water moisture that is within the butter that is now being forced out. The rest of the butter, the caseins, the oils, the fats, all the rest of it, are what we want to retain. This is browning slightly, perfectly good. I'm going to use about 3 cloves worth of garlic. I'm going to put that in here, get it rolling. It's already automatically very fragrant, smells nice. And the reason that I have this going at all is for approximately 6 to 7 ounces of mushrooms. We're going to put those in there, give them a good stir. I see that this garlic is browning really quickly. I'm going to slow that down a bit while this is going. And so I'm going to add some filtered olive oil to it. As soon as I destroy my kitchen, getting the olive oil out. There's probably 2 tablespoons right there. Mushrooms, especially the ones that are cut up like this, have a tendency to really suck up whatever liquids that they have around them. So it took in all the butter right there. We're not going to go too far on this. We want them to be as an addition to put on top of our rice bowls. One of the great things about rice bowls is the fact that you can put almost anything on them, just stuff that you happen to have around, or you can go get whatever it is that you think is going to taste good. But if you have some zucchini, great. If you don't, fine, find something else, or leave it off. We're just going to get this going. I'm also going to add probably about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to this. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. Some pepper. Oh yeah, I can smell that now. And over I see we are boiling. Now on the rice. I want the smallest burner that I have, which is back here, so I remove these. Set it. And we've got a 15-minute wait on that. So my mushrooms are looking almost done here. I'm going to grab a bowl to put those in. I'm going to scrape out the extraneous garlic because I don't want it to burn in the next item that I have. I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter. Smells good. Get that going. We want it to fizz. All right. Now I'm going to add zucchini. And because this might take just a little bit longer, I have delayed the introduction of the garlic. Again, I don't want it to burn. And I'm also going to similarly add the salt and pepper to it. Looks nice. And I'm also going to add a few pinches of Italian seasoning. We're starting to get some brown on here now. I think it's almost time for me to reintroduce the garlic into this pan. And lastly, our halved cherry tomatoes. This is approximately 5 ounces. I'm not going to cook these long. I don't want to stew them. I just want to brighten them up a bit. We're almost there. All right, this is looking about right. I'm going to go ahead and dehome it back into a bowl. I'm done with this skillet. Just put that right back in. We're going to let that cool right there. This is some lovely looking stuff, if you ask me. And now we are waiting on the steak. All right, well, the steak is back from perdition. Due to preferences inside my house, they like a little bit more done than I would normally cook it just for myself. I tend to prefer medium rare, but we do what we all have to do. Let's set that over there in the sink. And so now I'm simply going to slice this up and make it look nice. I'm going to take this nugget off and I'm going to eat it separately because, I can. I'm going to cut it against the grain. We've got that medium that I was shooting for off to the side. That's great. I love a good ribeye. I'm cutting on the bias a bit because I just like them to appear thicker. Get these out. And last one, I think. There we are. So now we have the steak. We have my cook's prerogative. Now we're going to check on the rice. All right, we're about ready to plate up. The rice is looking great. One thing to know about wild rice and wild rice mixes is the fact that they don't plump up quite as much as normal white rice would, because this still has the hard exterior, the grain germ, as it were, on it. So if you're looking for more volume, then plan for more rice, or use white if you want. So I'm going to make a bed for each of these first. All right, that looks fine. Get all the rice out. And then we are going to start building here. I'm going to probably go with the mushrooms first. There's no plan for this. It's whatever I think looks good, tastes good. There's the mushrooms there. Set that. These vegetables look outstanding. Put those in. Oops. And let's see. We've got the beef itself. She is going to get the more cooked from the outside. My son is going to get some. I'm going to get the rarest simply because I am. And I'm dripping all over the place. That's fine. And lastly, Just to give us something bright and fresh to go along, I'd picked up a good avocado, perfectly ripe. Clean up my messes as I go. I'm going to put a few pieces in there. I still need to work on my presentation skills. I fear that's always going to be a lifelong battle for me. I'm not creative when it comes to that. And lastly, just to give it a little vinegar, a little acid to this whole thing, I have some pickled red onions. And those pickled red onions are probably going to work anywhere on here that you could think of, just to give it a little bit of brightness to it. There. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. All right. So anyways, we've got it all dished up. We're about ready to go. And these bowls just look great. I have a selection of either chimichurri sauce or some avocado-based salsa that we can pick up around here. But I wanted to thank you once again for joining us and coming into Eating Plebian and hanging out in the kitchen with us. Thanks a lot.